I just want to say I follow OK Clarity, if you ever heard of that.
They're great. I'm actually signed up with them.
So they have this 5 minute walking challenge, but
Yeah, I love it. I saw it.
and I actually started doing it rain or shine. Like there's no excuses. 5 minutes you can do. I figured out that I could just go to my corner and back around. If I could do more, if it's a nice day, that's great. But if just the 5 minutes is powerful.
There's something extremely powerful about a daily habit, and walking is a perfect one. I've been doing it since July of last year. I have not missed one single day. If I can't do it outside, which only happened like twice, I do it inside. And I have to tell you, I hate the cold. Like people say, you're from Chicago, you should love the cold.
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago. I'm traumatized from the cold, right? But but anyway, mine is every walk has its own purpose. Obviously, a 5 minute walk has for head clearing and for mood and for lungs and for energy. And actually, on my notes was about the walking, but mine is for specifically for hit photo dudes. And when they try, for those of you who listen to my podcast, you may have heard this, but Sunny Levy was my coach, and she told me you got to do it daily. And I said, I can't commit to daily. I'm not that consistent. I'm consistent with certain things that are important to me, but I don't think I'm ready for that. I said, I'll do 3 times a week, 5 minutes. She said, you got to do daily. I don't care if it's 1 minute, you got to do daily. And I resisted and I resisted. And I said, you know what? I'm paying this woman. Let me just trust her. I'll do daily. And if I have to stop, I'll stop. Right. But I was like not having it. I was like, you can't trick me. I know that once I do it, I'll do it longer. You can't trick me with this whole 1 minute, nonsense, whatever. But I bought in. That was July of last year. Now we're in October. So we're up to almost 15 months. Thank God I have not missed a single day. Sometimes it's not great. But that walk, and I walk when I do it because it also helps with the flow of conversation and thoughts and all of that. But actually, number 3 on my list here, walks not just for burning calorie, but for clearing our head, right? Give some thought to where we're at, taking stock, and also for boosting the metabolism. So taking a walk right before or right after a meal, and the jury's out on which one's better, but both are good. Again, get your heart rate up. That's all you're doing. You're not in this to burn a bunch of calories, but if you get your heart rate up, that means you got your metabolism up. If you got your metabolism up, you're much more likely to burn off whatever you just ate or whatever you're going to eat. Besides the fact that you can also think and you can take stock, kind of like what we talked about in the mirror there. So if you want to commit to taking a walk either before or after each meal, particularly the night meals, I think that would be a super powerful and helpful thing. I've seen it do wonders for people. And again, like Rachel said, a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes is great.
It's not a big
It's not a big commitment. It's not a big commitment because we're not going to the gym. This is not about burning calories. This is about 2 or 3 things. It's about, connecting with yourself and getting a change of scenery. And it's also about building this consistent habit. Any consistent habit that you build, write this down. This is powerful. Any consistent habit that you build, it doesn't matter what it is, makes you a more consistent person. And consistent people win. Fact. Life doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter if you're starting a business. It doesn't matter if you're trying to raise your children a certain way. It doesn't matter if you're trying to lose weight. It doesn't matter if you're trying to make money. It doesn't matter what it is. Consistent people win, right? And so any habit that you take on as consistent is going to change you into a more consistent person. I was not born as a consistent person. I'm a Gemini. I'm a free spirit. I do not like a lot of constraints and rules, but I've found consistency in things that are important enough to me. And I see that it's literally changed my life. There's books on this, make your bed, these kind of things, because any consistent habit will make you into a more consistent person, which will help you across the board. So that walk is definitely a power move there. And tell yourself a minute or 2 minutes or whatever you think you need to tell yourself in order to get it done. But I think that that's a super powerful habit. Okay, we have 3 more minutes if anybody wants to pop in with any more questions, general questions. Anyway,